Hi, I'm Shehla, makeup artist for Lancome. We're here today at the Savoy to share with you my red carpet tips and tricks ahead of the BAFTA Awards ceremony. So first I'm going to apply a BB cream across the cheeks just to balance any discoloration and to give more of a brightness and radiant finish. But I'm applying this with a brush so I get a light finish so it looks a lot more natural. And I can control exactly why I'm applying it and how much is coming out. I'm going to apply primer, and this can be applied all over the face, but I'm focusing on the T-zone because I want to mattify this center panel, because on the red carpet there's a lot of flash photography, so this is going to make sure the skin's mattified and we're still going to keep the radiance on the cheeks. I'm going to apply a small amount of liquid illuminator just on the shelf of the cheekbones. This is to catch the light and give a beautiful radiance, but this will be mixed into the foundation, so I'm not blending this in completely. Next, I'm going to apply foundation all over the face using a foundation brush, and I buff this into the skin so it doesn't look like there's makeup sitting on the skin. So I'm using a long-wearing matte foundation, and I'm using that because it's buildable, so I can control the coverage on certain areas of the face. But where I've used a BB cream underneath and an illuminator, I will still get the light and the luminosity on the skin. Next, I'm going to correct around the eyes and apply concealer. I'm using a peach tone concealer first, just to correct any discoloration around the eyes. If you apply a concealer on straight away and there's discoloration, it starts to look grey. So this way I'm just going to neutralise it first. Use a tiny bit of powder just to set that, and then apply the concealer over the top. So this enables you to layer the concealer without it moving and sliding. I'm going to use the rest of the illuminating concealer and just apply it around the nose and the chin. This is just to balance out any redness around the nose, but also to add light onto the face, which is great for red carpet. Apply a tiny bit on the bridge of the nose, and then I use a translucent powder just to matte down the T-zone to stop any shine coming through. I use a small socket brush for this, just to keep it more controlled rather than a large powder brush. Next, I'm going to contour under the cheek using a very neutral tone. This is just to enhance the shadow underneath the cheekbone and just to add a little bit of warmth into the temples. Next, I'm just going to use a little bit of brow pencil with the brush on the end to groom through the eyebrows. So I start from a third of the way in and to the ends, lightly stroking the pencil through. This gives more of a natural finish and makes the brows look a bit more fuller. To tone down the pencil in the brows, if you think you might have applied too much, you can use a little bit of translucent or pressed powder, press it over the top, and then just brush it back through again. So I would follow the shape of the natural brow unless there are a few gaps, and then you can use the pencil to fill that in, but that will give you the most flattering effect. Next, I'm going to apply eyeshadow, so I'm using a bit more of a peachy bronze shade, and I've just dampened my brush with a little bit of water to make the eyeshadow come out a little bit more intense. I press the eyeshadow on first, so it stays in place rather than brushing it on. And this also stops it from falling onto the cheeks. As a guide, if you always look ahead into the mirror when you apply your eyeshadow, and then apply just up to the crease and slightly over. So bronze and peach shades, which are metallic, look really flattering on the eye. So they make a great alternative to grey because they add warmth to the skin, and they're also very fresh rather than going for a very dark smoky eye. I'm just teasing the same eyeshadow colour underneath the lower lid and going all the way across, but I'm applying this dry with a small eyeshadow brush so it looks really smudged and it doesn't look like a perfect eyeline. So I'm highlighting on the inner corner of the eye using a oyster colour and a small brush. This is just to catch the light, and I'm just going to apply underneath the arch of the brows. Next I'm going to apply a lifting mascara to the lashes. I'm going to focus the wand at the base of the lashes to build more volume rather than the tips. Apply the mascara starting from the roots, wriggling all the way through to the tips of the lashes, and pull them just slightly outwards to get more of a feline effect, and it also elongates the eyes to give more of a almond shaped look. I use the tip of the mascara wand just to build up the lashes on the roots of the lower lash rather than wriggling them all the way through. This gives the effect of a eyeliner on the bottom. The trick is with the mascara to intensify at the roots of the lashes. This gives more of a intense look and the illusion of eyeliner when it's not been used, so it really makes the eyes pop. I'm going to finish with the lips, and I'm going to go for a pink lipstick blotted onto the lips, but first I'm going to use whatever concealer is left on my foundation brush just to blank out the natural colour of the lips so I don't have any redness, because I don't want that to interfere with the colour of my lipstick. Just to give it a little bit more long wear, I'm going to pop a little bit of translucent powder around the edge of the lips to stop it from bleeding. So I focus the colour into the middle of the lips, and then I just pat and blot it out with my fingers to give it more of a softer finish. To give a longer lasting finish on your lip colour, just blot and reapply, and you can repeat that a couple of times just to build up the layers.